Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Madden and the Indianapolis Colts.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State at the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. Joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team in replay. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series, and at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we have a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
On on second down. It's Taylor. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To the right side, this is Taylor. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First down, Ryan. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Six yards left on second down. Ryan. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
That sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Rushing numbers for Pollard last week. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
Here's Pollard again. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well. 4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
They'll run forward with Pollard. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the 1st quarter of a 3-0 game. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Julian Blackman bringing him down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and he hoped to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to run again here with Pollard, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver. So the
Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 37 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 16. A 3rd down gain of 19.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of defeat.
And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at the 18. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. And CeeDee, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Prescott. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 2nd and 10, Ryan gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Now another timeout called for by the offense, so that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Ryan. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again is Ryan. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the visiting Bills who were able to come away with the victory on the road. Josh Allen, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Marcus Mariota, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. And then lastly, we wrap up this first week of December with Monday Night Football. It's the Saints and Bucks from down in Tampa. In our game, it was the former MVP, Matt Ryan, with a strong first half. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Prescott now. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. He's going to get this down near the 25. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
It'll be a off to Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a give here to Pollard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming.
They'll run with Pollard, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gain. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Play action. It's Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan out to the left. He's got his tight end, Akins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 42. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Here's Pollard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Shaquille Leonard, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Run for Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Ryan. And this one complete to Doolin. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Ryan to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. They go play action now. Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Campbell making the catch. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 114 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
First down throw for Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Second down at 5. Throwing, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shake it up. The medical staff is going to come out here to take a look, and we will take a short break. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run to the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Check 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Pollard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And some room to maneuver. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 134 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Cowboys, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.